Did you drape at noon? Did you drape at noon?
Öğlen drape yaptın mı?
Can't I finish then? Can't I finish then?
O zaman bitiremez miyim?
Can you midwife later on the fourth evening? Can I be a midwife later in the fourth evening?
Dördüncü akşam daha sonra ebe olabilir mi?
Can they understand? Can they understand?
Anlayabilirler mi?
Is my daughter a lifeguard? Is my daughter a lifeguard?
Kızım can kurtaran mı?
His brother-in-law is a factory worker. His brother-in-law is a factory worker.
Kayınbiraderi fabrika işçisidir.
Our mother was a drummer. Our mother was a drummer.
Annemiz davulcuydu.
Now we have to hope. Now we have to hope.
Artık umutlanmalıyız.
Should not object. Should not object.
İtiraz etmemelidir.
Couldn't they focus? Can't they focus?
Odaklanamazlar.
Next year trader. Next year trader.
Gelecek yıl tüccarı.
Can't I trust a minute ago? Can't I trust a minute ago?
Bir dakika önce güvenemez miyim?
May ask next year. I can inquire next year.
Gelecek yıl sorgulayabilirim.
Is her daughter a paramedic? Is her daughter a paramedic?
Kızı sağlık görevlisi mi?
Had not been created before. Had not been created before.
Daha önce yaratılmamıştı.
Do you not recommend after 4 months? Do you not recommend after 4 months? Shouldn't he hold? Should he hold?
Tutmalı mı?
Are they always golfers? Will they always be golfers?
Her zaman golfçü mü olacaklar?
He won't find out after 5 days. He won't find out after 5 days.
5 gün sonra öğrenemeyecek.
We'd be magicians in 4 seconds. After 4 seconds he will become a mage.
4 saniye sonra büyücü olacak.
Sometimes he could see. Sometimes he could.
Bazen görebilirdi.
We were able to become governor 4 centuries ago. We were able to be valid 4 centuries ago.
4 asır önce geçerli olabildik.
His daughter was a gymnast. His daughter was a gymnast.
Kızı jimnastikçiydi.
Your grandmother is a washerwoman. Grandma washerwoman.
Büyükanne çamaşırcı.
Will not sound. Will not be voiced.
Seslendirilmeyecek.
They shouldn't be chauffeurs for 2 weeks. They shouldn't be chauffeurs for 2 weeks.
2 hafta şoförlük yapmamalılar.
Can't they be missing after a month? Can't they be missing after a month?
Bir ay sonra eksik olamazlar mı?
I produce. I produce.
Ben üretiyorum.
We worry at 5 p.m. After 5 sexting we worry.
5 seviştikten sonra endişeleniyoruz.
There has been an increase. It was love.
Aşk oldu.
Can't I exercise? Was I exercising?
Egzersiz yapıyormuşum.
Do they object? Do they object?
İtiraz mı ediyorlar?
They cannot allow. They cannot allow.
İzin veremezler.
Will not prevail at dawn. Will not prevail at dawn.
Şafakta hakim olmayacak.
He won't be doing his internship right away. He won't be doing his internship right away.
Hemen staj yapmayacak.
We don't like our lovers.
Sevenlerimiz.
I wasn't hurt. I wasn't hurt.
İncinemedim.
You should contact. You must contact.
İletişim geçmelisiniz.
Have I been hit often? Have I been hit often?
Sık sık vuruldum mu?
Are their daughters salespeople? Are their daughters salespeople?
Kızları pazarlamacı mı?
Is my brother a conductor? Is my brother a conductor?
Abim orkestra şefi mi?
I can't advertise after 4 minutes. I can't advertise after 4 minutes.
4 dakika sonra reklam yapamam.
Isn't he always a philosopher? Isn't he always a philosopher?
Her zaman filozof değil mi?
Is your half-sister the conductor? Is your half-sister the conductor?
Üvey kız kardeşin orkestra şefi mi?
Can become a journeyman immediately. Can become a journeyman immediately.
Hemen kalfalık yapabilir.
Will it work at 4 p.m.? Will it work at 4 p.m.?
Öğleden sonra 4'te mi çalışacak?
Weren't they programmers last year? Weren't they programmers last year?
Geçen yıl programcı değiller mi?
It can wait. It can wait.
Bekleyebilir.
We are never carpenters. We will never be carpenters.
Biz asla marangoz olmayacağız.
You can take. Download.
İndir.
Can he arrest every day? Can I arrest every day?
Her gün tutuklayabilir miyim?
Rarely worried. Worries about them.
Yanlarında endişelenir.
My aunt was a urologist. My aunt was a urologist.
Teyzem ürologdu.
You are not behaving. I'm behaving.
Davranıyorum.
Consort. Consort.
Sıralayabilir.
They were not occasional illustrators. They were not occasional illustrators.
Ara sıra illüstratör olmadılar.
There may not be a courier at dusk. There may not be a courier at dusk.
Alacakaranlıkta kurye olmayabilir.
Our brothers were preachers. Our brothers were preachers.
Kardeşlerimiz vaizdi.
Your aunt is an insurance company. Your aunt is an insurance company.
Teyzen sigortacı.
You dance often. You dance often.
Sık sık dans ediyorsun.
Won't it hurt? Won't it hurt?
Yaralamaz mı?
Can I push weekly? Can I push weekly?
Haftalık zorlayabilir miyim?
We couldn't hide. We couldn't hide.
Saklanamadık.
They will not do business at night. They will not do business at night.
Gece vakti esnaflık yapmayacaklar.
Couldn't he have been a professor before? Can't be a professor before?
Daha önce profesör olamaz.
Is our aunt watching? Is our aunt watching?
Teyzemiz bakan mı?
Conserve. Conserve.
Hizmet edebilir.
I remove. Sidewalk.
Kaldırım.
We must refuse at sunset. We must refuse at sunset.
Gün batımında reddetmeliyiz.
We couldn't listen a century ago. We couldn't listen a century ago.
Bir asır önce dinleyemedik.
Did you object at night? Did you object at night?
Gece vakti itiraz ettin mi?
Should have woken up last year. Last year must have cried.
Geçen yıl ağlamalı.
Do they have to craft weekly? Do they have to craft weekly?
Haftalık zanaatkarlık yapmak zorundalar mı?
Her stepdaughter was the lead actress. Her stepdaughter was the lead actress.
Üvey kızı başrol oyuncusuydu.
Should he live? Should he live?
Yaşamalı mı?
Can you shepherd every year? Can shepherding be wrong every year?
Her yıl çobanlık yanlış olabilir mi?
Did we threaten? Did they threaten?
Tehdit mi ettiler?
Was his stepfather a shop assistant? Her stepdad is a shop assistant gone?
Üvey babası tezgahtar gitmiş.
After 3 seconds it doesn't matter. After 3 seconds it doesn't matter.
3 saniye sonra fark etmez.
4 nights later he won't make a statement? Will he not do it after 4 nights of explanation?
4 gece açıklama sonra yapmayacak mı?
Were you a cashier a minute ago? Was the cashier extended a minute ago?
1 dakika önce kasiyer genişletilmiş mi?
We'll stop at noon. We'll stop at noon.
Öğlen duracak.
Her mother-in-law is a minister. Her mother-in-law is a minister.
Kayınvalidesi bakandır.
Can make jokes often. Can make jokes often.
Sık sık şaka yapabilir.
Was your aunt a rower? Your aunt rower belt?
Teyzen kürekçi kuşağı.
Is their spouse the second man? Is their spouse the second man?
Eşleri ikinci adam mı?
Are his siblings investors? Are his siblings investors?
Kardeşleri yatırımcı mı?
Don't you need to meet? Don't you need to meet?
Tanışmanıza gerek yok mu?
Will we be 10 years naturalists? Will we be 10 years naturalists?
Doğacı 10 yıl olacak mıyız?
Are your parents inspectors? Are your parents inspectors?
Ailen müfettiş mi?
My stepbrother is a psychiatrist. My stepbrother is a psychiatrist.
Üvey ağabeyim psikiyatrist.
It is called. It is said.
O söyleniyor.
He didn't build a wall one day ago. He didn't build a wall one day ago.
Bir gün önce duvar örmedi.
He couldn't speak normally. He couldn't speak normally.
Normal bir şekilde konuşamazdı.
Was his brother a painter? Brother painter?
Kardeşi ressam.
I wouldn't organize. I wouldn't organize.
Organize etmezdim.
Don't you wash dishes every year? You're no dishwashing act every year?
Her yıl bulaşık yıkamaz hareketiniz.
Was going to set it up last year. Was going to set it up last year.
Geçen yıl ayarlayacaktı.
Is her stepdad a gardener? Is her stepdad a gardener?
Üvey babası bahçıvan mı?
Does he introduce you every week? Do you introduce each week?
Her hafta tanıştırıyor musunuz?
Wouldn't the blacksmith be 10 years? Isn't the blacksmith 10 years old?
Demirci 10 yıl olmaz mı?
He introduces. He introduces.
O tanıştırıyor.
You can't handle. Administration talks.
İdare görüşmelerinin.
Are his siblings a grocer? Are his siblings a grocer?
Kardeşleri bakkal mı?
His brother-in-law is president. His brother-in-law is president.
Kayınbiraderi başkandır.
Uncle's jury. Uncle's jury.
Amcaları jürisi.
Can't we vote? Can't we vote?
Oy kullanamaz mıyız?
Was his friend a paramedic? His friend is the Ministry of Health prison?
Arkadaşı Sağlık Bakanlığı hapishanesi.
5 nights later he is mayor. 5 nights later he is mayor.
5 gece sonra belediye başkanıdır.
He shouldn't be directing every week. Should not be a guest every week.
Her hafta misafirlik yapmamalı.
Are their cousins shoemakers? Are their cousins shoemakers?
Kuzenleri kunduracı mı?
It should last. It should last.
Sürmesi gerekir.
Was her husband a midwife? Husband midwife infertile?
Kocası ebe kısır.
Our brother was the jury. Our brother was the jury.
Kardeşimiz jüriydi.
They shouldn't be interested in the afternoon. They shouldn't be interested in the afternoon.
Öğle saatlerinde ilgilenmemeleri gerekir.
Are your grandparents the announcers? Are your grandparents spikers?
Büyükannen ve büyükbaban smaçör mü?
Is their spouse the second man? Is their spouse the second man?
Eşleri ikinci adam mı?
Shouldn't it stop 10 years? Shouldn't it stop 10 years?
10 yılı durdurmamalı mı?
It was clear before. It was clear before.
Daha önce netleşirdi.
Shouldn't you suggest? Don't you need to take lessons?
Ders almanız gerekmiyor mu?
3 weeks later becomes a midwife. 3 weeks later becomes a midwife.
3 hafta sonra ebe olur.
Can the industrialist be annual? Can the industrialist be annual?
Sanayici yıllık mı olabilir?
They shouldn't be interested in the afternoon. They need to be taken care of in the evening.
Akşam saatlerinde ilgilenmeleri gerekir.
Were his grandparents comedians? Grandparents comedian generalization?
Dedeleri komedyen genelleme.
Was flying. Was flying.
Uçuyordu.
Usually we can't. Usually we can't.
Genellikle kapatamayız.
Can he judge 4 days in advance? Can I judge 4 days in advance?
4 gün önceden yargılayabilir miyim?
Post 4 months later. Post 4 months later.
4 ay sonra paylaşmalı.
Was to meet. Meet.
Tanışmak.
They could be housewives 2 minutes ago. They could be housewives 2 minutes ago.
2 dakika önce ev hanımı olabilirler.
Should be encouraged every day. Encouragement every day.
Her gün teşvik etmesi.
I don't mean a year later. I don't mean a year later.
Bir yıl sonrasını kastetmeyeceğim.
Can you be injured? Can it be injured?
Yaralanabilir mi?
My brother was a diver. My brother was a diver.
Erkek kardeşim dalgıçtı.
Can we wonder? Can we wonder?
Merak edebilir miyiz?
Should I quote from last year? Do I have to quote the last chapters?
Geçen bölümleri alıntılamak zorunda mıyım?
Could he never be a servant? Could he never be a servant?
O asla uşak olamaz mı?
Are his stepsisters lobbyists? Are his stepsisters lobbyists?
Üvey kız kardeşleri lobici mi?
Can't lobby now? Lobbying records now?
Şimdi lobicilik kayıtları mı?
I would care. I left.
Ayrıldım.
You cannot comment after midnight. You cannot comment after midnight.
Gece yarısından sonra yorum yapamazsınız.
Will they be elected a century later? Will they be elected a century later?
Bir asır sonra mı seçilecekler?
Could not be organized weekly. Could not be organized weekly.
Haftalık organize olamıyordu.
They will not encourage. They will not encourage.
Teşvik etmeyecekler.
Can't they force? Can't they force?
Zorlayamazlar mı?
Couldn't he come in? Can't enter?
Giremez.
Can he judge 4 days in advance? Can I judge 4 days in advance?
4 gün önceden yargılayabilir miyim?
He should not be a frequent truck driver. He should not be a frequent truck driver.
Sık sık kamyon şoförü olmamalıdır.
I agree. Visit.
Ziyaret.
5 nights later he is mayor. 5 nights later he is mayor.
5 gece sonra belediye başkanıdır.
May be interested. May be interested.
İlgi duyabilir.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Fayda etmiyor.
They rarely became psychiatrists. People could become psychiatrists.
İnsanlar psikiyatrist olabiliyorlardı.
Didn't he wait every week? Didn't she wait for the week?
Onu hafta beklemedi mi?
2 months ago can't I be an actor? 2 months ago can't I be an actor?
2 ay önce oyuncu olamaz mıyım?
Is your friend a shipper? Is your friend a shipper?
Arkadaşın nakliyeci mi?
His uncles were golfers. His uncles were golfers.
Amcaları golfçüydü.
Can I confirm often? Can I confirm often?
Sık sık onaylayabilir miyim?
Should not advertise immediately. Should not advertise immediately.
Hemen reklam yapmamalıdır.
Are their grandchildren watchmen? Are their grandchildren watchmen?
Torunları bekçi mi?
Are their grandchildren announcers? Are his grandchildren spikers?
Torunları smaçör mü?
Can they upload it? Can they upload it?
Yükleyebilirler mi?
Is that sign? Or sign?
Veya işaret mi?
Couldn't apply next year. Couldn't apply next year.
Gelecek yıl başvuramadı.
I shouldn't follow. I shouldn't follow.
Takip etmemeliyim.
Your neighbor is the auditor. Protector for your neighbor.
Komşunuz için koruyucu.
Go. Go.
Git.
Didn't we love 2 weeks? Didn't we love 2 weeks?
2 haftayı sevmedik mi?
Didn't they see you soon? Didn't they see you soon?
Yakında görmediler mi?
Should he try? Should he try?
Uğraşmalı mı?
Wouldn't he run after 4 days? Won't run after 4 days?
4 gün sonra koşmayacak mı?
You can't do chemistry now. You are now a chemistry scan.
Şimdi kimya taramasısın.
We will run away. We will run away.
Kaçacağız.
Were their children lawyers? Are their kids with their lawyers?
Çocukları avukatları yanında mı?
Will I quote? Will I quote?
Alıntı yapacak mıyım?
Do I impose 2 weeks? Do I impose 2 weeks?
2 hafta empoze ediyor muyum?
Are their grandparents ambassadors? Are their grandparents ambassadors?
Büyükanne ve büyükbabaları büyükelçi mi?
Will he become an artist in 3 months? Will he become an artist in 3 months?
3 ay sonra sanatçı olur mu?
The occasional travel agency is not. The occasional travel agency is not.
Ara sıra seyahat acentesi değildir.
Did you dream 2 nights ago? Did you dream 2 nights ago?
2 gece önce hayal ettin mi?
They taught me right away. Starts immediately.
Hemen çalıştırmalar.
I was finalizing. I was finalizing.
Sonuçlandırıyordum.
Shouldn't it roll? Shouldn't it roll?
Yuvarlanmamalı mı?
Can't I trust a minute ago? Can't I trust a minute ago?
1 dakika önce güvenemez miyim?
Then you can't manage. Then you can't manage.
O zaman yönetemezsin.
Are your brothers lawyers? Are your brothers lawyers?
Kardeşlerin avukat mı?
Don't we need to wash dishes often? Don't we need to wash dishes often?
Sık sık bulaşık yıkamamız gerekmez mi?
Are our children assistants? Are our children assistants?
Çocuklarımız asistan mı?
Should it be chosen? Should it be chosen?
Seçilmeli mi?
You can wash it in the dishwasher at dusk. You can wash it in the dishwasher at dusk.
Alacakaranlıkta bulaşık makinesinde yıkayabilirsiniz.
4 minutes later we complain. 4 minutes later we complain.
4 dakika sonra şikayet mi ediyoruz?
Were our siblings sociologists? Our brothers can be sociologists.
Kardeşlerimiz sosyolog olabilirsiniz.
Shouldn't she? Shouldn't she?
Giymemeli mi?
Is our husband a clown? Is our husband a clown?
Kocamız palyaço mu?
Should not be the messenger at sunrise. The messenger should not be at sunrise.
Güneş doğarken elçi olmamalıdır.
No hairdresser at night? No hairdresser at night?
Geceleri kuaför olmayacak mı?
Are their cousins firefighters? Are their cousins firefighters?
Kuzenleri itfaiyeci mi?
We will include earlier. Previously included slogan.
Daha önce dahi sloganı.
I rarely listen. I'm eavesdropping.
Kulak misafiriyim.